guys, welcome to Boxing Blog Center, the home of Nigerian and African boxing. And please, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click like and of course the subscribe button right now. So we are live, and you know we are live. You know, so they give nothing but bangers when we do live right here. You understand? So for those of you guys who are watching right now, make sure you click that like button right now. Okay, click the like button because we're going to be differently analyzing this, you know. And for those of you who want to join, you know how to join the show already. But maybe I go Vamo soon because we have another topic that we'll talk about. Tyson Fury's trainer came out recently, you know, with a very, very strong statement. This is like, listen, Tyson Fury and his team, they've seen that the mind games, okay, they were trying to play with Anthony Joshua, you know, they implemented some mind games, but that has not been successful. And now they are trying to like hype Joshua up, you know, make him feel comfortable and say, oh, these guys would think I'm a dangerous guy. Oh, like no, Joshua should not buy into that. But anyway, let's talk about this. So the weighing today of our brother Lawrence Okolie, I watched it. Okolie came in, I think, 4 pounds heavier, okay, than Glowacki. Glowacki came in his lightest, you know, so far in the cruiserweight division as a cruiserweight. I think he came in around 195 pounds or so, and Okolie came in around 199, you know. And what I have to say is that Okolie looks like a giant where Glowacki is, and it's just the fact, you know what I mean. Okolie looks like a giant where Glowacki is. Like, I understand that that's also win fight because if you look at both fighters, Glowacki does have the better resume, you know what I mean. I mean, it's for better fight, and no doubt about that. Glowacki, Poland is behind Glowacki, but you know our brother Israel Adesanya lost to the Polish fighter Jan Blachowicz not long ago, and it's a revenge for us. I just hope, even though listen, even though I'm backing my brother Lawrence Okolie to win this fight, on the back of my mind, I'm like thinking like, okay, he should try not to over rush it. Like when it gets Glowacki hurt, don't rush it, okay? Don't, because if you rush it, we're gonna have a problem right here. It's gonna be a big problem. So before, of course, I break it down, let me see if I can call some of our brothers right here to give their take, and we're gonna be talking about a lot of things today. We're gonna maybe coming live, doing two live streams, you know, this one and the one with Tyson Fury's trainer, you know, confessing. Now, David Haye came out with a very, you know, brave prediction. Some of you guys might see it as a controversial one, but David Haye predicted a knockout win for Anthony Joshua, saying that if Fury, you know, comes out the way he came out against Deontay Wilder, he's gonna be knock the spark out. And before I call our brothers, let me of course give a shout out to the people who are live right here, who just commenting live. Shout out to our brother Gabi Tomi, Gab Sony. Shout out to Israel Lucan. Israel Lucan again coming out with a controversial statement saying something is telling me Okolie will get sparked out. Sparked out. Well, bro, I mean, I don't see Okolie getting knocked out by Glowacki. Glowacki doesn't carry that kind of punch to knock Okolie out, though. I mean, I saw the way into that I saw it. I mean, let me see if I can find it right here because we're gonna be talking about that, and of course we're gonna be talking about David Haye prediction for Joshua versus Fury. Stay tuned, guys. far? How far now? Can you hear me, brother? Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Winky, what's up? Hello?
Bro.
Far now, what's up? How you doing? How your side? Winky.
I did.
What did you say for your side? Oh boy,
Okay,
wait till yesterday. You know me small thing. I just rested for 2 days yesterday about Sunday boo. What did they have for Sunday boo? Now they said they not declare. He said not declare. Say man, say nobody should not bother Nigeria again for that side. But what did they have for that side, man? What is going on right here, man? What's going on right there, bro?
I was trying to tell you. It seems like
why so much division, bro? Why so much division?
It seems to be getting so intense and all that. It's just crazy, man.
A lot of division, man.
Speaking.
We're all black people. We need to embrace ourselves. It's just like it's crazy. That's one thing. In Nigeria, we don't actually realize that we are black in Nigeria. We just look at ourselves as human beings. It's when we leave Africa. That's when we start looking at ourselves as black and white. Like if you're Nigerian, you just see yourself as your ethnic group. So that's just the way we look at things. Like we don't really see the big picture. And it's just sad. Like it's just really sad. I saw the stuff, man. I don't understand Yoruba. Of course there are some words you can understand, but I don't speak Yoruba.
Yeah.
Because I never lived there. I'm from I'm from Benin City. So
Yeah.
But there was a guy that was translating what he said. What he said was very harsh though. Like the guy, like. I understand where it's coming from, but that is not the way forward, because at the end of the day, you have your governors there, you have your local government chairman. If I look at the whole Southwest now, I can't compare the whole Southwest to a village in Germany here in terms of development. Like, I can compare it. If I look at the whole Nigeria, for example, right now, there's no way I can compare to...
Lagos. Except Lagos, really.
Yes, Lagos is, but you cannot compare Lagos to someone like Moas here, like a small town here in terms of development, small town.
True.
So this is what I'm saying. What are you fighting for? Like, what are you fighting for? Like it doesn't it doesn't really make sense. Like fighting for say, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that, bro. You're a black guy, so embrace each other. What I would say is that even though that you embrace you, doesn't mean you let other people take advantage of you.
Of course.
The thing is that the guy does not hold any authoritative power. Because where are the governors? Where are the Southwest governors? What are they doing? What are they speaking up? Are they backing him publicly? Are they saying that, oh, listen, we will back you? Are they saying that? I mean, let's face ourselves, because if Nigeria, for example, say Nigeria dissolve, you're not gonna be Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, or Tino. You remember we have more than 200 ethnic groups in Nigeria, and some ethnic groups have been independent for more than 1,000 years. So things go scatter, like really, really scatter, because everybody go away. And then how many countries one can get for that country? Like you want to go claim South, some states join your side.
What they're campaigning for in the West is Oduduwa nation. So it will probably start off as that.
Maybe
there will probably be divisions. It will start off as that. Then there might be divisions. Then they will make up again, and so on and so forth.
Listen, bro.
It's unfortunate that Nigeria is such an ethnic.
In the history of Nigeria, has there ever been a country called Oduduwa before? No, there's never been a country called Oduduwa before. Is the fact. I don't really, even though I'm not Yoruba, but I do know a lot about their history, especially when you have the northern part of Edo. There are some people that like in Owu or something like that didn't consider themselves, they didn't like the Oyo people as well. There are divisions within, like, for example, like looking at the Igbo land, for example. Like I lived many years in Onitsha, in Anambra State.
Yeah.
And I know that the people from Imo don't get along with the Onitsha people. I understand the language to know, because you have to live there.
They have like they have like a different ancestry in a way. Like the Onitsha people are sort of affiliated
when you mingle with them, is when you know.
With Benin. Like there's I suppose those that are in Imo, maybe they feel like they are more Igbo than them, so this is
what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Listen, our differences is what makes us unique as Nigerians. If all of us were one tribe or whatever, it doesn't mean there will be stability. Look at Somalia, for example. Somalia, they speak the same language, right? They have the same religion. But is there stability in Somalia? You go call Somalia, go relax for them. I'm not using English, you just use pidgin. Some of them they like you say, well, I want to go stay for Somalia. You go there.
Of course not.
Let me tell you now. So the people speak the same language. They don't the same language, the same religion, the same practice, the same tradition. But yet there is problem, brother. Division, our differences is what makes us unique as a country. Once that is divided, bro, so many like you're gonna like the country being the whole country being chaos. So all we have to do is, like I said, let them set up a system of government that favors everyone. Germany, for example, here. I'm going to tell you a little about Germany. I think you know about it, right? You know the system of government they have here. Every state, you have the Bavaria, you have the North Rhine-Westphalia, you have the Rhineland-Pfalz, you have the Niedersachsen, you have the Salzburg, you have Hamburg. Let's say Bavaria itself, the Bavarians, they have their dialect. If you speak German, okay, if you speak German, you might not be able to stand in Bavaria if you speak German because their dialect is very different. Okay, so when they speak, you don't go to understand. Some of you you need to stay there to really understand.
So in other words, they also have different nations in Germany.
Yeah, like the Bavarians want to be on their own. They've been trying to be on their own for many years. Like it's just like Catalan in Catalonia, but Catalonia is a little bit different though because Catalonia has its own separate language. Catalonia is part of the Catalan is part of the Latin language. It's part of the Latin language. Latin languages consist of Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, Romanian, Catalan as well, and French. French is also a Latin language, bro. Some people don't know this. Because I say, for example, now in Italy they say buongiorno, that's good morning, and in French you say bonjour, and in Spanish you say buenos dias, and in Portuguese you say bon dia. You have to travel to know all this thing. If you're just in Nigeria or somewhere like you don't know this, you have to travel to know this. It's just like, for example, talking about the Germanic languages. You have English is a Germanic language. As time went on, things changed. In England they know how they behave, but it's a Germanic language. And some of the I've heard Dutch, for example, which sounds like German, Dutch people will say, oh no, it's not German, it's Germanic language. This is what you're speaking. That's why it sounds alike. Even when I remember when I went to Denmark, and I went to a store, I listened to their language. Oh, it sounds almost the same as German as well. There are some things that is Germanic. And the Germanic people came from northern Europe, down Central, and then spread all over. I also remember that at some point, Scandinavia, especially the Vikings were in control of England. They controlled England. They influenced England a lot. Like the kings of Norway and Sweden and all those places, and even Denmark at some point. Now, so like I said, I understand what it's doing is, of course, is not a bad thing to advocate, for self-determination, but at the same time, he has to understand that, the uniqueness of Nigeria, if Oduduwa, for example, like according to the Oduduwa, were to go their own part, what uniqueness would there be there? I mean, what uniqueness would there be there? Everybody speaks the same language, everybody understands each other. There was uniqueness there. How do you learn from each other? Then you become isolated in a way. Are you gonna like go copy the same white man you hate or what? This is what I'm saying. So nations, Nigeria is nations that came together. The nations came together to form a country. Of course, it wasn't listen, like it wasn't all of them didn't agree to form it. It was the British that imposed it, okay, because they did it for their own selfish reasons. But we are where we are right now. Because how many countries are you gonna have in Nigeria? You're not gonna have 3 countries in Nigeria. Like people, honestly, people say, "Oh, this Yoruba will go their way, Biafra will go their way, this will go." And they look at, they laugh. So the other 200 plus tribes, what do you want them to do? Like, you think they're not gonna fight for their rights? A lot of them, some of them were already nations before. Benin Kingdom, at some point, Benin Kingdom, where I'm from, we had the embassy in Portugal, even before Nigeria was formed. So that's why in some pidgin English, like some pidgin English, pidgin English like Pekin. Don't know is a it came from,
one, yeah.
so like Sabi, Saber,
Yeah.
Sabi, Saber. All those are Benin pidgin English. Because Portuguese, like Portugal was when Portugal came in 14th century to the Benin Empire at that time. When they introduced Christianity and all those stuff. Then our king sent an ambassador to Portugal at that time. So where are you gonna leave all these people? And you also have some other nationalities, so that, listen, bro, make Nigeria work. I forget about this division, all those kind of stuff. I just see that they laugh. Make Nigeria work. Hold your governors accountable. If you don't feel favored, change your legislation. Okay, change it, because if you don't change it, a lot of people are going to resist here. Right there, for example, as I tell you now, so many regions here. Okay, the regions here, all of them, they have their own president. So how do you think they work? Because everything is fair. Like, nobody's saying, "Oh, you are the minority." Every Jama has the same right. Other Jama, there's no minority or majority here. So Nigeria should create something like that, something that will favor everybody. That's how I see it, man. But anyway, let's go to the main one. Brother, David Haye, came out not long ago in an interview. Yeah, he conducted, saying that Anthony Joshua is going to knock Tyson Fury out early. What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah.
What do you think about? What do you make of that?
Yeah, like I think he's basically saying what I said that day when I first called in about everybody just making Fury the favorite based on his performance against Deontay Wilder. Right. Right now, I sort of see a level of overconfidence in Tyson Fury, which isn't really good in. It doesn't really bode well when you're going into a mega fight like this to be overestimating yourself and just thinking that you're just going to go in there, walk in there, and get the job done so easily. But then at the same time, like, a part of it might actually be mind games by Tyson Fury. Like, I think he just likes to talk himself up. I think he likes to talk himself up and talk his opponents down so that when they get into the fight, some of the things that he's saying start happening. Maybe they start getting a little bit disheartened and all that. But there was an interview that Sugar Hill gave today where he spoke about how he feels like Anthony Joshua is a very different opponent from Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, we are going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. We're definitely talking about that for sure. After this live stream, we'll do another one for that specific, because we need, like, I want to go hard or no, I want to go hard, but I don't want to go hard on this one. Yeah, continue, brother.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, if Tyson just feels like he's just going to go in there and leave himself open and throw some kind of punches that work against Deontay Wilder, they may not actually work against Anthony Joshua. For instance, in the second fight against against Deontay Wilder, one of Tyson Fury's keys to victory was his jab, a very long jab, almost a reckless jab. Like he was almost like throwing himself into the punch. Because Deontay Wilder, if you watch Deontay Wilder's fight against what's his name again? What's the name of this guy again? Oh,
Luis
what's the
Ortiz.
name of this? No. It was one of his earlier fights against I'll check his box right now.
I mean, what time did he fight him? So I will know.
No, don't worry. I'll get it out now. I think
Okay.
his name, but it's just not.
I beg, make one they like the video. We have our brother in the house.
Against this guy, against what's his name? To Harpas, exactly.
Oh, the French guy.
Yeah, if you watch that fight, Deontay actually did really well in that fight. Like he wasn't one dimensional. He wasn't one dimensional in that fight. He was throwing body punches. He was throwing jabs. He was throwing uppercuts. Like when people say that Deontay is one dimensional, like I kind of feel like sometimes they don't really take into account because sometimes not all the time. Sometimes just relies on the right hand. But against Duhapa, he was throwing all sorts of punches, and it looked really good, right? But there was one thing there was one glaring mistake that he was making. Like he was always leaving himself open, and generally when he fights, he always leaves himself that way. So even though he looked really good, his left eye was busted up badly because Duhapa kept finding that jab. He kept finding that jab. So I think Deontay is susceptible to getting hit by a very good jab. And that was one of the keys to big victory for Tyson Fury. Like he was leaning in and doing all that. But with somebody like Joshua can actually time it. I feel like he can, if he's working with maybe Floyd Mayweather, like I'm not even sure he has to work with him because he has the right balance as well. He can time that jab because Fury was throwing a little bit recklessly. And hit him square on the chin and totally changed the fight. So like I sort of see what David Haye was actually talking about.
Okay, bro. David Haye said, I quote, "I think is the perfect time for Anthony Joshua. Tyson Fury is on such a high. The victory over Wilder made him look like $1 million. His confidence will be sky high, and I genuinely think Fury and his team don't rate AJ as highly as they should do. That in itself causes potential issues. If Tyson Fury attacks, I repeat, if Tyson Fury attacks Anthony Joshua in the same manner in which he did in Vegas against Deontay Wilder, I don't believe it works in his favor. I believe it will be too open, too wide, and someone as fast, athletic, and as skillful as Anthony Joshua will be able to punch right through the middle and take him out. Early. I know it's a controversial prediction. Bro, Tajagbe, what do you make of that, brother?
Bro, you see, with this, with AJ and Tyson Fury, what I'm seeing around is Tyson Fury is faster than AJ. No, Tyson Fury is not faster than AJ. AJ is absolutely faster than Tyson Fury. I don't know what fight you guys been watching, but Tyson Fury has no fast muscle twitch in his body at all. So when it comes to Tyson Fury and AJ, if you look at Tyson Fury's defense, Tyson Fury doesn't usually block. He only blocks when he's up against the rope and he's in trouble. But for him to throw a high guard, it's not in his arsenal because AJ could split that guard, and then when he blocks, AJ could go to the body. So it's gonna be extremely difficult.
Sorry, bro. Jackson, I beg the mute now. I beg. Each time you're not talking, just mute.
Sorry.
Okay, if you just enter, you just mute, and that's what you have to do. I beg.
I just enter down. Yeah.
Okay, mute him, I beg. Okay, good, bro. Continue.
So it'll be extremely difficult for Tyson Fury. The best Tyson Fury was against Deontay Wilder. Listen, we've all been saying it. Deontay Wilder can't fight off the back foot whatsoever, and Tyson Fury pressed his button, and that's how he was able to secure a good win, right?
Uh,
If you fight Deontay Wilder off the back foot, and then he can't throw his punches, because most of his punches come from a long range and wide punches. He can't throw that punch. He's out. That's what Tyson Fury did. Now he's got to implement a game plan for Anthony Joshua, which is going to be extremely difficult because Anthony Joshua is a well-rounded boxer. He's not a one-dimensional boxer. He's not robotic as his fans think he is. They're going to be so disappointed when AJ gets in there and absolutely destroys Tyson Fury. They're going to be holding their head. Oh, what's going on? They're going to be making their own story basically. They're going to be making up their own story. So when it comes to Tyson Fury and AJ, they absolutely know they got to figure out a different game plan. He might even implement the same game plan as he did with Vladimir Klitschko. Hold and grab. Hold and grab. But at the same time, he's got to be careful because once he holds AJ, AJ is gonna dig to that body, and AJ has a pretty decent. He works very good in the inside game, extremely well, and then he could go to the body when he chooses to. That he's very good at. So when it comes to Tyson Fury, he's got to implement a smart game plan, and David Haye knows this fight with Anthony Joshua will be Tyson Fury's most dangerous because Tyson Fury is on a high right now. He's on a good win, and then there's a possibility Tyson Fury's at the same time he might be afraid to lose because he hasn't faced somebody of Anthony Joshua's caliber at all since he's came back. Deontay Wilder doesn't have Anthony Joshua's skill set, only a punching power. He doesn't know how to mix it up. He doesn't know how to fight on the inside. He doesn't know how to fight on the outside. He doesn't know how to fight long range. All those things. AJ has besides Wilder and Pulev, AJ is another guy that has a good jab that's extremely underrated, and he could counter if he wanted to. Much like when he countered against Pulev with the counter punch. You don't see somebody like him, somebody of his size counter punching. You don't see that, or using a method called pull counter. You do not see that kind of skill set when it comes to somebody his size. So David Haye knows when it's time to fight Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury needs to come with a different game plan, and it's going to be difficult if Tyson Fury does not find something else different other than what he's been doing. Tyson Fury has yet to change up at all. He's been fighting the same way since we've seen his return, or since his fight with Klitschko. Tyson Fury hasn't changed. AJ has continued to develop and continue to develop all the time. But eventually, you see the same person with the same style, you're eventually gonna get him. That's the whole
Yeah,
point.
man, that's a fact, man. Thanks, brother. I do really appreciate it. We're gonna come back to you for sure very soon to talk about Okolie Glowacki. Jackson, are you there? I'm muted now. I'm muted. Jackson, you there? Are you there, bro? Let me see if he's available here. Jackson, unmute and now. Unmute the mic. Jackson, unmute. The guy said, this guy's so funny. Unmute the mic, you didn't see it. That is more thing on. Anyway, bro, let's go to the next one. Lawrence Okolie, okay, came in around 199, pounds. And we are definitely going to be looking at it right now and analyzing it. Why Christopher Glowacki, okay, came in around, let's see. See something, yeah. All right. We're gonna be looking at it like
The main event of the evening. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. All the action will be televised live around the world on Sky Sports and DAZN. We're sponsored by Betfred, Wow Hydrate, and JD Sports. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the official weigh-in. 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the vacant WBO Cruiserweight Championship of the world. Introducing up first to the stage, his professional record, 31 victories. He has 2 defeats and 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Valch, Poland, here is the former 2-time WBO Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Krzysztof Glowacki.
14-4, 200 pounds is the all-important number here. Let's see what we get as he steps on. Krzysztof Glowacki from Poland.
195.8, 190.
195. Okay, we already know that. Let's see what else.
Glowacki now making his way to the stage. He's the 2016 Olympian. He is undefeated thus far as a professional with a record of 15 wins, no defeats, 12 big wins coming by way of knockout. He's the former British, Commonwealth, European, WBA Continental, and the reigning WBO International Cruiserweight Champion tomorrow night, making his first attempt at a world title, fighting out of and proudly representing Haye, London, England. Please welcome Lawrence, the Sauce Okolie.
Well, what it tells us is the massive size differential between these two. I'd imagine Lawrence to be far nearer.
199.4 for Lawrence Okolie. 199.4 for the Sauce.
This is a cruiserweight who's going
199.4. You know, that is a massive weight difference. This like, listen, bro, that's like 4 pounds, you know, difference. Okolie heavier than Glowacki. What do you make of that, Tajagbe? Are you there, Ty?
It tells me Okolie is going to be sitting behind his punches, and it looks like he's going to go for that knockout. That's what it looks like he's going to do. You know, Okolie coming in that range, and the guy has been boxing beautiful as of late. You know, he hasn't been holding as people has been criticizing him a lot. But even though that's part of the game, and you can't pick and choose who you want to hold and who you can't let hold. Tyson Fury held. Why can't Lawrence Okolie hold? It's like they want to pick and choose on who to criticize. I think Lawrence Okolie boxes beautifully. You know, his awkward the way he fights. I don't want to say awkwardly, just the way he is and the way he positions his body makes it so awkwardly for fighters to try to get in. You know, Lawrence Okolie reminds me of somebody of like Tommy the Hitman Hearns. You know. The way he's built slim and the way he throws out his punches, they hurt extremely. You know, they hurt very well. You know, and this fight is going to be such an interesting fight because it's going to put Okolie on top. Glowacki has faced some experienced fighters. You know, in his pro career. You know, one notable fight against Alexander Usyk. That was a good fight, but Alexander Usyk took over that fight after a while and took it to won by majority decision. You know, but at the same time he faced what's this guy's name? I forgot his name.
Barry British.
Yes, Barry British. Another experienced fighter, who I believe he beat. Dorticos that beat
Dorticos, yeah.
That beat our brother.
That Cuban guy.
Yeah, that guy. He's an experienced fighter. I like to make a thing saying follow the trail, where you follow these trails and you see who these fighters have faced. You know, British is an amazing fighter, and for Glowacki to lose to him, it shows to you that a lot, and it's not even that he lost to him on a wide margin.
Brother.
It was an,
Israel, I beg, mute on, yeah, mute on, beg. I'll call your name. I'll call yours now. We did live. I'll call yours now. No, just mute him. I'll call your name just now. Okay, good. Continue, bro.
it was an interesting fight between him and British, but I feel like he wasn't able to edge it out when the time comes. Eventually, he gets tired within the fifth round, and we all know Lawrence Okolie can really outwork his opponent. So when it comes to this fight, Lawrence Okolie, I believe he has him and his team are gonna have the right game plan. They're gonna box beautifully. They're gonna throw that right hand, because Lawrence Okolie, I believe, has a powerful right hand for a cruiserweight, and I think he should knock out Glowacki maybe between the 6th and 7th round. I believe it. I just feel
bro, do you really like? I would love Lawrence Okolie. Okolie shoot. I would love him. I would like to see him try to, not trying to rush the knockout. Not rush the knockout, because it is very essential that it doesn't do so. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, if the knockout comes, it comes. But this is a world title fight, so why rush it? You know what I mean?
I think he's trying to prove a point. Don't forget he's been talking about his power lately. And people do say he does have power. So I think he's much trying to say, yeah, here I am. I'm in the cruiserweight, but I also have a powerful punch. Don't let Lawrence Okolie's size fool you. That guy's he's a very hard puncher, man, and I think he's gonna get it done.
We know he's a hard puncher. We know that. We are not saying he's not, but we are talking about rushing it. This is him, by the way. Can you mute it? Israel, you did it. Israel. Anthony, you did it.
Anthony. Yeah, I did, bros.
How far now? What did you do for your side?
Just the brother.
Are you? Yeah, no wala. You just give you a quick take. You know Okolie, Shabi?
Okolie. Yes, I know him.
You know, say tomorrow. Yeah, say you get fight tomorrow against Glowacki. How you see that fight?
I say he go beat him anyway, he go win the guy, because Okolie now, he blessing at 15-0 now. He never lose now.
Well, Glowacki get not be that one take carry him. Glowacki get Glowacki get more he get more experience than Okolie. He does the boxing game for ages now.
Fight 30-something fight, something like that. But Okolie, no, Okolie go beat him. But Glowacki himself don't hold pass Okolie now. He and Okolie, he don't hold pass Okolie. Okolie still get. I know some Okolie they grow, but that young power, he go use and follow up. You beat him. That is my own take, because I did ready for the match. Yeah, only say this time I just stay a little bit kind of busy.
Okay, now I want to ask you about David Haye comment. Wayne Tossman in say Joshua go knock Fury out early. How you see him?
Only watching I even turn to just advise my brother Joshua. May know they follow waiting that they talk. Now so that's a Fury coach also thought say no Joshua. Say Joshua go.
We go talk about that one. We go talk about that one. For the next one.
Wait now they try to talk. You say yes, Joshua go do him, but he should not be hyped as in the hype and all this. Why I may just be hyped. I may just keep focus on his training, and as he just stay quiet too, I just also like her. So me, I don't say Joshua will beat Tyson Fury anyway. Yeah.
Not so, brother. You too much. Thanks for coming. I don't know whether Anthony they available, but Blessy in they available.
Hello, BBC.
How far now? What is up?
I greet you, my boss.
You too much, brother. You the flesh. This one the first time we they this the first time in a long time we they come BBC Abi.
Yeah.
Wait come up to yourself.
Yeah, I just do underground. Underground movement.
Oh boy, you know it's mountain or na the flesh for this Europe. Oh.
Well, we thank God Almighty.
Na get Europe. Say me rich mad now.
Yeah, well, BBC, everybody know you now. You're not international. Everybody know you. You know.
Wow. So I want to ask you about this DVA statement. Say man, he say Joshua go knock Fury out early. How you see him?
I believe Joshua is going to knock Fury out. Definitely, I believe he's going to knock him out. But for say that early, I not too believe he will knock him out as early as that. But currently, Fury is playing mind game with Anthony. You understand? He's just playing a mind game with AJ at the moment. But AJ, what AJ they do, me I just like him because AJ just quiet for now. But AJ knows say as soon as he enter ring, he will begin show and waiting in the prepare. They wait for him. Because Fury fans for UK, they don't let hear word. You understand? They know they let hear word. Everything say Fury.
Fury fans for UK, Abi?
Yeah. Fury get fans, you know. They don't want you hear. They don't want you hear anything about. Joshua get fan as well. But Fury. For beer garden and all, you know, we say men of color will just talk. So now Fury then they support him, man. Fury is the best. The last fight between this guy with this Mexican guy and the other time, you know, they don't let me talk. They don't let me talk where I go watch out for beer parlor.
Wow.
They don't let me talk, my brother. You know, they say Fury will beat AJ, but me, I just wait for that day now. As far as they don't sign the contract now. But I believe say Joshua will definitely go beat him. So everybody, me, I just wait till that day so that the noise when they make here will shut them down.
They will hear when.
Yeah, of course.
So I want to also ask you about our brother Lawrence Okolie, where they fight tomorrow for WBO championship belt against this Polish guy Christopher Glowacki. How you see the fight?
I not to know anything about that guy, and even the opponent I never to know anything about. But the one where I just follow up with the top the top people at the moment.
Okay, the guy now Nigerian, the born for UK now our guy. So in a 6'6", Glowacki na 6'3". Glowacki get over 30 wins. Let's say 30 wins, only 2 losses. Okolie get 15 wins, 12 knockouts, no losses and no draw. So Glowacki don't did the game for more than 17 years. Okolie never reached 7 years for the game. So, but TBC Okolie carry power when it's more. That right hand we carry no small thing. So, just use your idea, analyze them in a way.
Niger confessed. It will always be Niger, you know, with our Niger spirit. You know they always go down easily like that. You understand? So I believe say my brother will overcome her. And I pray, you know, everything go work for him.
Yeah, not so, brother. I really, really thank you for coming.
That Niger spirit, we should keep that Niger spirit up. And with the way you're coordinating everybody to love on your channel, I just love it. If everybody can be like you, you know, Nigeria will be a better place.
Yeah, man. You know that. You know, so we need at least Nigeria. Nigeria is not like Nigeria. Nigerians, even though we love ourselves sometimes, we're also our worst enemy. This is why they already tell all these guys when they clamor for this, they look at they laugh. Or they clamor for say they want to be their own nation. They look at they laugh. Like you know, I don't notice man. The the differences where we get for that Nigeria, that make
Yeah.
us unique. That make us the tribe. We don't know that one because so many countries they will be saying, all of them be like, for example, look at this Somalia for here now. Now the same people they be, now the same language they speak, now the same religion they get, all these kind of things. The country get ahead, it not get ahead now. So you know, so speaking the same like not really mean say like me say the progress go there because after all, at the end of the day, so many enemies go there inside, and you know how they be. So all we don't need not to hold our people accountable. Your local government chairman hold them accountable. Look at your village and look at village where we say they will start here. Compare and see.
My brother for back Nigeria, me I don't know where Nigeria they go, you know, the way things are happening, you know.
Me, I know where Nigeria they go. Either go a greater part, you know. They go one great side. But we need visionaries. Visionaries now not be old papa or mama. We need visionaries like those young bloods. Many young Nigerians, may they started to involve more in politics. May they made their voice heard. You know what I mean?
Youth needs to speak up now. You know, time don't.
Not be the one with the not the one with the sell out to. Not be the one with the do boy follow those guys. So they do about hey Papa have a guy this not kind of thing. No man. We need brave for that. Anyway, thank you for coming in. We are going to be coming back very soon, okay? Because we need to talk about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's trainer statement, you know, heaping praise on the unified heavyweight king of the universe, Anthony Joshua. I can't really wait to see, you know, Anthony Joshua do damage, okay? Do some damages on Tyson Fury. And tomorrow night, I'll definitely be, you know, watching this fight, Lawrence Okolie against Glowacki. I'll be going live though. I'll be going live for it. I just want to see how our brother does, man. I just hope, man. Hope he makes us proud. So, guys, stay blessed, stay hungry, stay humble, and stay tuned. Stay tuned. I beg, stay tuned. Will you come back? No. God bless you now. Cheers.